Finally, now we are set, we can go, okay? I don't want to go back to what we learned previously. Now let's go to what we are supposed to learn today. Today, we are supposed to learn about longitude and lines of longitude. Clear? And now we say that longitudes, which we can also call lines of longitude, are imaginary lines drawn on a map from north to south. Okay? Lines of longitude are imaginary lines drawn on a map from north to south. You can call them lines of longitude, or you can call them longitudes. Clear? So we say lines of longitude or longitudes are imaginary lines drawn on a map from north to south. You have got that one. Then there are examples of, there are many, up to 360 lines, but the major ones are two, okay? The major lines of longitude are here. I think I should be able to label them, and you see. One is called Greenwich meridian, which can also be called prime meridian. Are we together, my good people? The major line of longitude is called prime meridian, which can also be called Greenwich meridian. It is also marked 0 degrees, okay? Yes. Then the second major line of longitude is called the international date line. International date line. International date line. The international date line is marked 180 degrees, okay? Yeah. But the major line of longitude is called the prime meridian. Clear? The prime meridian. Now, on this side of the slide, the prime meridian is also called Greenwich meridian, simply because it crosses Greenwich town. Greenwich town is found in England. The prime meridian is also called Greenwich meridian because it crosses Greenwich town in England. If it was crossing Ginger town, it would be called Ginger meridian. But now you see, it crosses Greenwich town. So for that reason, we give it the second name, Greenwich meridian. All lines of longitude, their other name is meridians. Okay? Lines of longitude are also called meridians. That's why the major line of longitude is called the prime meridian. The prime line of longitude is called the prime meridian. So a general name for all lines of longitude is meridians. Clear? After that, I am showing you a map where these lines of longitude are found. Let me first clear for you here so that you're able to see properly. This is a map of the world, a representation of the world, and on it, I want you to see those lines of longitude. Clear? They are from north to south, remember. Now here, this line which moves like this, from north to south, marked 0 degrees, you see? It goes and continues through there. This is now called the prime meridian. That's the prime meridian, which we say that it is also called the Greenwich meridian. Then there are others, this one, this one, this one. All these are lines of longitude, okay? They are from north to south. Imaginary lines drawn on a map from north to south. Then I want to show you the international date line. It is here. We say that for it it is marked 180 degrees, and you can see the 180 is here. Clear? I've circled the 180. Okay. So this line, if I can name it line A, it is called the international date line. It is found both east and west of the prime meridian. Clear? We have understood that, I think. Now we are going to also look at, like the equator, this prime meridian also divides the world into two halves, into two parts that are equal in size. Okay. So one part is found this side in the east of the prime meridian, while this part is found in the west of the prime meridian. Are we together, my good people? By show of thumbs up. Are we together by show of thumbs up? Now, each of these halves, okay, thank you. Each of these halves is called a hemisphere, okay? Like we said under equator. But now, we say that the equator, since for it is a horizontal line, okay? It divides the world into the northern and the southern. But now, this prime meridian, since it is a vertical, for it is a standing line, okay? It divides the world into the eastern and the western hemisphere. So this part I can see here, this part here is in the east of the prime meridian, and therefore it is called the eastern hemisphere. While this area, this side, is in the west of the prime meridian, and as such it is called the western hemisphere. Yeah, I have a son of mine who's already sending me that information in the chat, and that is it's a daughter, Kavia. You are super wonderful. Thank you, God. We like you so much in this class. Now, I want to give you more information about the same. Let me first screen for you so that we are able to see properly. The prime meridian is marked 0 degrees, like the equator, okay? The prime meridian is marked 0 degrees because numbering of all lines of longitude begins from the prime meridian, okay? It is where numbering of all lines of longitude begins, okay? That's where it begins. From 0 degrees, then to 1 degree, to 2 degrees, to 10 degrees, and you continue here at 360 degrees. That's where they stop. So we begin from 0 degrees. So that's why the prime meridian is marked 0 degrees, because it is the beginning point for all lines of longitude. Clear? Then the other lesson we said equator is also marked 0 degrees because it is the beginning point for all lines of latitude. Clear? The prime meridian divides the world into two halves called hemispheres. These are eastern and western hemispheres. Now, I want you to study this map carefully. Let us study this map. Look at the map, my dear people. Now, if we can look at this map, here is the prime meridian, okay? Also called Greenwich meridian. I'm drawing it. This is why it passes, okay? Now, this part is in the east of prime meridian. Then this part is in the west of the prime meridian. Thumbs up if you understand it. Now, this means this part where I put E is the eastern hemisphere. Clear? Then this part where we have W is the western hemisphere. Now, let us use the chat box and identify those countries we see that are crossed by the prime meridian. I know some of them, we may not know them, you have never heard about them, but now this is your opportunity. via chat box. Let me see those countries if you have been able to see them. Kavya has already seen one. Jackson, the man, has already seen one. Wonderful. Kavya has seen the second. Kwan Malal. Hey, Kumbe Kwali, you are in class. Glad to see you, man. Glad to see you, man. Hope Achola and Emma are all fine. Nyamoren has seen one, okay? Nyamoren has seen Algeria together with Patel. Jackson has seen, let me see. Let's begin from up. Oh, wonderful. Burkina Faso. I can see. Thank you, my good people. From up, we have Algeria, okay? Algeria. Then up here, we have a country called Mauritania. Mauritania, okay? Mauritania is the next country, and this is where it is found. Mauritania is here. Then here we have Mali, okay? We have Mali. Then we have here Burkina Faso, and then here this country is called Ghana. It's called what? Ghana. So Algeria, Mali, Mauritania, Burkina Faso, Ghana. Okay, the word Ghana is even here. Togo is not there, my dear friend. Togo isn't there. So those are the countries, my dear people. Like Melissa, thank you for trying also. Algeria, Mali, Burkina Faso, Ghana, even Mauritania. Okay, those are the countries crossed by the prime meridian. Now, in which hemisphere do we find them? They are found in both eastern and western because the line crosses them. So part of them is in the east, part of them is in the west. Now, I want you to look at our East Africa. I'm going to circle East Africa right now. East Africa is here. Hey, let me even put Tanzania. East Africa is there. Go to the chat box also and give me the hemisphere in which East Africa is. Which hemisphere is East Africa? Type the hemisphere where we find East African countries. Pratham Gandhi, thank you. Kavya, thank you. Nyamoren, thank you. I want to see more from my good people. Yes, Kwal, Jaden the man, thank you. Very good. All East African countries are found in the Eastern Hemisphere because all of them are found in the east of the prime meridian. Clear? Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you once again. Therefore, my dear children, this means we have 4 hemispheres, not so? Aguti, thank you, my dear. We have 4 hemispheres, clear? 2 are created by the prime meridian, okay? While 2 are created by the equator. The ones created by the equator are northern and southern hemispheres. Then the 2 which are created by prime meridian are eastern and western hemispheres. Okay, so we are called East Africa because we are found in the east of the prime meridian. Wonderful. Let's go on. Let's go on. Importance of the prime meridian. I want you to unmute and I choose people to read for me. Jaden, unmute and read for me number 1 and number 2 and number 3. Jaden.
It promotes tourism. It determines time. It helps in locating places.
Thank you very much, our son Jaden. You're so wonderful. Now, I think all of us can understand that, okay? Yeah. It promotes tourism. That means people go to places where this line is, I imagine, to be passing, and they pay money. It determines time. Yes. It is this line which we use to know time in the whole world, okay? Like now it is, I think it is coming to 3. It's coming to 3. But in some areas it is still 2. While in some areas it is 1. While in some areas it is night. You see? It all depends on this line. Later we shall see. Then it helps in locating places, okay? Then we have the international date line. The international date line. What is its importance? Qual malar, unmute and read for us that one. Qual? Qual is not there? Okay, let me now choose Lukosi, Gavin. Gavin, please unmute. Gavin is not there. Patel, Jimmy. Patel has also delayed us. Abuti.
It helps in locating places.
The international date line, yeah, it's true, it also helps in locating places, but the major importance of the international date line is that it determines days and dates. It determines days and dates. Clear? Now, today we are enjoying 21st of June, okay? But in some places it is not 21st June. In some places it is the 22nd, while in some places it is still 20th, okay? It all depends on where your country is located from this line called international date line, okay? So we say it helps in determining days and dates. I want you to unmute everybody right now. Unmute. Unmute everybody. Unmute. Then you share with me what you have learned. I'll begin with Lake Melissa. But Karamaji, you have continued attending a wrong class. Karamaji, you are attending a wrong class, my son. Karamaji should be running P5 work, okay? Which we teach in the class we call P4. Oh, someone saying that I'm not allowing you to unmute. So I've allowed you to unmute right now. So, Melissa Lake?
Yes, teacher.
Share with us what you have understood today.
I have understood that the prime meridian 0 degrees, and that it determines dates, that the international date line determines dates and time.
Yeah, the prime meridian determines time, okay? While the international date line determines dates and days. Very good. Okay. Jimit Patel.
I've learned about lines of longitude and longitude. Lines of longitude and longitude.
Lines of longitude.
Lines of longitude and longitude.
Jimmy has feared. Jimmy, don't get scared. You're a very bright man. Who else wants to share with us what you have taken home, what you have learned? Nyamoren.
Yes.
Share with us.
Yeah, I've learned about international deadlines.
What does the international deadline do?
International deadlines.
It determines
Net-
dates. How many degrees
Days
is it
are
marked? 180 degrees, okay. And I encourage all of you, after that, you can even check in your atlas. You'll be able to see these lines on maps. Yeah?
I do not have my atlas.
Let me now ask Pratham. Share with us what you learned.
Teacher, I learned about the uses of the prime meridian and uses of the international deadline.
Tell them to us.
The prime meridian promotes tourism, it determines time, the international deadline determines dates and days.
Perfect. Super bright man, Superman. Thank you. Then now, I want to go to, let me share my screen again and we do some checkup and we see. Isaiah, you have come late, the way I see. And we are ending now, don't worry. Okay. There are our questions. What are lines of longitude? Somebody answer for us. What are lines of longitude? Jaden. Someone around Jaden is disturbing you. Maybe this.
I don't know.
Maybe
Greenwich.
Yamawe. Abuti.
Lines of longitude are imaginary lines from north to south.
Where are they found?
Lines of longitude are imaginary lines on a map from north to south.
Thank you, Abuti Diria units. You're super. Thank you, our daughter, once again. That is super correct. Even Kavya in my box, she has already answered it correctly. Lines of longitude are imaginary lines on a map from north to south. Their other name is longitudes. Clear? Then we can also call them meridian. Number 2, what are longitudes? I think that is the same question. What is longitude? Longitude is the distance of a place north or south of the equator. Which line of longitude determines dates and days? Which line of longitude determines days and dates? Wanji?
International deadline.
International deadline. Thank you, everybody. You are super good people. We have 2 minutes.
International deadline.
Okay, thank you, Pratham. Number 4, state 2 importance of prime meridian apart from location of places.
It promotes tourism. It
determines time and it promotes tourism. Thank you. Name the city, the only city in Africa crossed by prime meridian.
Greenwich, England.
Don't answer, those are correct answers. Let's type chat box. The only city in Africa crossed by the prime meridian.
It's wrong in Africa, Ghana.
Lake, you are not typing. Hey, Lake, who is this girl near you? I don't know her. Is she alive? I don't see anything coming in the chat.
So you can be corrected.
Okay, now that city is found in Ghana, okay? It's not Greenwich Town. Greenwich Town is in England, and England is a country for Bazungu. It's not in Africa, okay? But the town in Africa, the city in Africa, which is crossed by that line, I'm typing it in your chat box. You go there and read it for me.
Okay,
Ah,
teacher.
what is it?
Accra in Ghana.
Very good. The city is called Accra.
Accra in Ghana.
And it is the capital city of Ghana. These questions are going to be shared in our classroom, and the notes are also going to be shared shortly. Go there and attempt everything. I love you all. Network disturbed a little bit, but tomorrow better. I wish you good time in the coming lessons. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye, teacher.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye, teacher.
Bye.
Bye, teacher.
Bye.
Bye, teacher.
Mm.
Teacher.
Yes.
But in people,